Hello YouTubers and practical shooters. I'm making a video today about an experience I had with the Ben Stoeger Pro Shop and Derek Guthrie of Practically Perfect Performance. I purchased Tangfoglio Stock II in 40 because I'm one of those guys who likes to shoot 40 minor in production. And they didn't have one in stock. They had to order it, and about 4 days later it came in, and they said, okay, we've shipped it off to Derek, and Derek was going to do his $400 tier 1 package. Basically at the end of the day it was going to be a 6-pound double action trigger pull and a 2.5-pound single action pull, change out the springs, do some polishing, all that good stuff. So Derek put a couple of pictures up of the gun. Oh, he was also going to do a mag well, hollow out the inside of the mag well and relieve that. He does a cool thing with that. Okay, so I get notification that the gun is ready, and he ships it, and I'm tracking it, obviously. And make a long story short, the gun gets sent to Santa Fe, New Mexico, to another FFL, to another gun shop. I live in Phoenix, Arizona. So after all that confusion, it takes 4 days for them to ship the gun back to Derek, and then it takes Derek a few days to get it to me. Okay, shit happens. Okay. I get a call yesterday that the gun is at my FFL. I go pick it up, do the 4473, open it up, looks good, rack the slide a couple of times. Single action doesn't feel all that great. Try the double action, and it is horrific. I bring the gun home, I put it on a trigger pull gauge, and my trigger pull gauge goes to 10 pounds, and it was going past the 10-pound mark. And the single action was about 5 pounds. What gives? So I contact Derek, and he tells me that I got an old gun that does not have modern stock 2 parts in it, and he spent 6 or 8 hours working on my gun, and there isn't really anything more he can do because then it'll become unreliable. Okay? Wow. So I do a little checking, and to find out my gun was manufactured in 2015. And according to Derek, this gun is not able to be set up to a match gun configuration by his standards, and tells me to go ahead and contact the Ben Stoeger Pro Shop if I have any questions about the gun, which I did this morning. And they basically told me that the 40 in a stock 2 is not popular. EAA sent them what they had. They only import so many guns. And basically the end of the conversation was, I'd have to contact EAA, and maybe something could be worked out. Okay. So I'm a lot of money into this at this point. I thought I was going to get my gun. It was going to be done. I've got ammo loaded, springs for recoil, this, that. I'm all ready to go. No. So based upon the customer service I got from Practically Perfect Performance, who, the Ben Stoeger Pro Shop, that's who they recommended to work on Tangfoglios. this hasn't been a really good experience, and it's becoming a very expensive experience for very little return on my end. So I've decided to go a different direction, and I tore the gun apart. There's not 6 or 8 hours worth of polishing in that gun. The gun's torn apart now. It's sitting out on my bench, and I'm awaiting some parts from Patriot Defense, who I hope can help me out and get the gun where it needs to be. As far as a buyer beware, you just never know what you're going to get, and you know, you need to be careful out there, especially when you're buying a gun and you think you buy it from a reputable place, and you think you send it to a reputable guy because he builds guns for Ben Stoeger himself. You think you're going to get a hot rod, and that's absolutely not what I got. So just a little buyer beware. I've been doing business with them for about over a year, and I've spent several $1,000s there, but after this, no more. Just something to think about. Take care.